Islam, Islam, Islam. Praise Allah, honors to his prophet Noble Ali, honors to the forerunner of the prophet Marcus Messiah Garvey, who did indeed pave the way for the coming prophet and said, "Up, up, ye mighty race, accomplish what you will, and intelligence rules the world, and ignorance bears the burden." What I'm going to be reading this evening, or this morning rather, is the Moorish literature of the Moorish Scientific America, Prophet Noble Ali, founder, Noble Ali, the prophet and founder of the Moorish Scientific America, to redeem the people from their sinful ways. Moorish literature is very, very, very important to read as a Moorish American Muslim, as a Moor, and as a sympathizer of the Moorish movement, in addition to someone who is wanting to learn more. Pardon me, it's a little dark, but it's important for someone who's wanting to learn about the Moorish Scientific America and what the Moorish Divine National Movement is all about. So what I'm going to read is a small excerpt of one of the words of Prophet Noble Ali. Prophet Drew Ali speaks to the nations. Friday, September 28, 1928. It says, if you have race pride and love your race, join the Moorish Science Temple of America and become a part of this divine movement. Then you will have power to redeem your race, because you will know who you are and your forefathers were. Because where there is unity, there is strength. Together we stand, divided we fall. Come, good people, because I, the prophet, sent to redeem this nation from mental slavery, which you have now, need every one of you who think your condition can be better. This is a field open to strong men and women to uplift the nation and take your place in the affairs of men. If the Europeans and other nations are helping me, why not you? It is your problem. The Negro problem, or the Negro problem, is being solved only as it can, and that is by the Moorish National Divine Movement. If you have a nation, you must have a free national name in order to be recognized by this nation as an American citizen. This is what was meant when it said, "Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things will be added unto you," by the prophet. Now, I'm going to flip it around so you'll be able to see exactly what I'm talking about. Hopefully you can see it. It's not that great. I'm still lurking. I'm on this YouTube thing. Okay, so you should be able to see it. Okay, maybe see a little better there. So you can kind of screenshot it. You see the words there. You see the date. I'm not sure if that date is exactly accurate, but this is a statement that the prophet did indeed speak to the Moors at the time when he was here in the flesh. These things are important for you to know, especially, like I said, for people that are just learning about the movement and understanding the fundamentals, because a lot of people come to this movement through YouTube, Facebook, social media platforms, and it's really sad. It's really sad because they get led astray. Some have been murdered, some have died, some are currently in prison from some of the things that they learned that were not at all correlated to the Moorish Divine National Movement, nor the Moorish Scientific America, nor the teachings of Prophet Noble Ali. And that is a tragedy, that people are coming to learn about themselves and learning about love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, learning about the fact that they're not Negro, black, colored, Ethiopian, or African American, learning that they're not Hispanic, learning that they're not Latino, learning that their ancestors came here in this land and inhabited this land thousands of years before the European got here, and dispelling a lot of the myths, and it's being awakened and learning more, no point intended, about the more. But anyways, and because of that, people have to know the fundamentals. And if you don't get the fundamentals, then you're going to have a difficult time ascending in this movement. You're going to have a difficult time. So I encourage you all to get some Moorish literature, specifically called Moorish literature. Now, we know anything pertaining to the Prophet Noble Ali that he brought us is considered to be Moorish literature at times, but there's specific documentation and words that he spoke, or speeches rather, that are known as Moorish literature and all the forms of Moorish literature that you can find from any group of Moors, I'd encourage you to get them all, so that way you can have a clear conception of all the things that have been brought from Prophet Noble Ali. In addition, it is important to get yourself a Quran, known as Circle 7 Quran, but is specifically known as the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. There are some versions that are out there known as the Holy Quran, or Moorish Holy Quran, or Moorish Holy Quran of Moorish Holy Temple of Science, something of that nature. And that is based off an organization that the Prophet Noble Ali founded in 1925. And it was a civic organization. It indeed is not, from my studies, not the authentic Quran that Noble Ali gave us, but more specifically is not at all the same as the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I've read them both, and there's a few things that change the context of the literature. And when you do things like that, it's grounds for justice being served in a capacity that is out of your control. And what I mean by that, and it's not a threat, it's indeed a promise, because the Prophet Noble Ali said, dear readers, do not falsely use these lessons. They're for good, peace, and happiness for all those that love Jesus. And we understand that those who are in the know, that Jesus indeed did look like the dark-skinned people that we see every day in our neighborhoods or in some parts of our cities. And so we understand at that time in 1920s, the Prophet used the term and the concept Jesus, because our people were deeply rooted in Christianity, and they just got out of the concept of slavery in the sense of the physical sense, but yet they still had mental slavery, and we still have mental slavery now, which he expressed. So I want to make it short and sweet and to the point as much as I can. This is your brother Sheik Montezuma Yakama Bey, Moorish American Muslim of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I love my people, and I desire their unity and their mind back to their foremothers and forefathers, ancient and divine creed and principles. And I understand that we are Moorish Americans, and we are a Moorish American nation. And our free national name is American, also expressed as being a Moorish American as our free national name. Our free national name is not Mustafa Muraka El Farouk Muhammad Bey or Talarana Saranana ETCL. You know what I'm saying? That's not our free national name. And our Prophet made it very clear that that is not indeed our free national name. And I speak so boldly on these points because I'm a young Moorish American Muslim. And I've been in this movement for, indirectly, I would say 12 years, since I was 12 years old. Got the opportunity to read some Moorish literature, read the 101s, the Koran Questions, and things of that nature. And I have learned about who Noble Ali is and was, and then I started to begin to separate the individuals who have taken advantage of the people who are wanting to know about themselves, charging them for thousands of dollars of paperwork that the Prophet never instructed us to ever have or sell. And so it's very sad. I don't want to get long with it, but that'll be another video, and that might be an hour long, because I'm very if I can say this, I'm very pissed at some of the people that claim to be leaders of the movement or leaders of the Moorish nation or Moorish empire. I'm not going to say any names specifically on this video, but the thing is, you know who you are, and justice will catch you. And I say that not as a threat, but as a promise, because the fact of the matter is, we understand that law governs all events. So with that, I say peace and love, because love is the savior of the world. And so we got to understand that. So I love you all. Enjoy the video, and I look forward to hearing from you soon, seeing you soon. Peace and love.